Imagine waking up one day and being told to build a huge boat, not near the ocean, not by a river, but on dry land. And not just any boat, a massive one, big enough to carry your family and animals from all over the world. Sounds crazy, right? What would you do? Would you listen or ignore it? This is the story of a man who chose to obey, even when it made no sense. This is the story of Noah's Ark. Long ago, the world was very different. People had become selfish. They hurt each other. They did not care about what was right anymore. But there was one man who was different. His name was Noah. Noah was a good man. He tried to do what was right, and he walked closely with God. One day, God spoke to Noah. God told him that the world had become too full of evil, and that a great flood would come to wash it all away. But God had a plan to save Noah and his family. God told Noah to build a large ark, a huge wooden boat. It would be big enough to carry his family and pairs of animals from every kind. God gave Noah clear instructions: how big to build it, what kind of wood to use, how to make rooms inside it. So Noah began to build. Day after day, week after week, year after year, Noah worked on the ark. People around him must have wondered what he was doing. Some may have laughed. Some may have doubted him. But Noah kept going. He trusted God. When the ark was finally ready, it was time for the next part of God's plan. Animals began to come. 2 by 2, they made their way to the ark. Big animals, small animals, birds flying overhead, lions, elephants, sheep, and even tiny insects. Noah and his family guided them inside. Then Noah, his wife, his sons, and their wives entered the ark, and God closed the door. Soon after, the rain began. At first, it was just a few drops. Then it grew stronger and stronger until the rain poured down non-stop. For 40 days and 40 nights, rain fell from the sky. Water covered the ground, then the hills, then even the mountains. Everything outside the ark was covered by water. But inside the ark, Noah and his family were safe. The ark floated on the water, carrying them through the storm. After many days, the rain finally stopped, but the water still covered the earth. So Noah waited and waited. After some time, Noah sent out a bird to see if the land had dried. The bird returned. Later, Noah sent out a dove. The dove came back with nothing. But when Noah sent it again, the dove returned with an olive leaf in its beak. That meant land was beginning to appear. Finally, one day, the earth was dry again. God told Noah it was time to leave the ark. Noah, his family, and all the animals stepped out onto dry land. Imagine that moment. Fresh air, solid ground, a brand new beginning. Noah built an altar and thanked God. And God made a promise. Never again would a flood destroy the whole earth. Then, God placed a rainbow in the sky as a sign of that promise, a reminder that God keeps His word. The story of Noah's Ark is more than just a story about a flood. It is a story about trust. Noah obeyed God, even when it didn't make sense, even when people around him may have doubted him. It is also a story about patience. Noah waited through the storm, not knowing when it would end. And it is a story about new beginnings. No matter how dark things may seem, there is always hope ahead. Sometimes in life, we are asked to do things that are not easy, things that others may not understand. Like Noah, we may feel alone, but this story reminds us, trusting God is always worth it. Even in the middle of the storm, He is guiding us. And just like the rainbow after the rain, there is always hope on the other side. That is the powerful story of Noah's Ark, a story of faith, obedience, and hope.